This might be my absolute favorite SAT reading question of all time because it is so easy and you don't need to do a lot to get it, okay? Let's just look at what we're tasked here. So we got to go to these lines, 72, 76. We should read a little extra, plus one sentence rule. And as we read, we want to keep in mind that main ideas are repeated ideas. So when they're asking what's the purpose of all this stuff that they're saying, we should think, well, if something is repeated, it's probably important. So watch as we read this. It was thus that they won us the right to our brand new sixpence. It falls to us now to go on thinking. How are we to spend that sixpence? Think we must. Let us think in offices and omnibuses while we are standing in the crowd watching coronations and Lord Mayor shows. Let us think in the gallery of the House Commons, in the law courts. Let us think at baptisms and marriages and funerals. Let us never cease from thinking. What is this civilization in which we find ourselves? So, what are these lines about? Thinking. They say it 6 times. They also say it in other lines that came before this. This is very clear. They are hitting this point on purpose. So what I would be asking myself right now is, which choice is about thinking? This is how a dumb summary works. Dumb is good sometimes, because when you're not being dumb and you're trying to overthink everything, you're going to end up reading and rereading and like getting lost in all the little details. That's not what your task is. You might need the details, but let the answer choices tell you which details you need. Right now, all I care about is the one word thinking. That is my dumb summary of what these lines are about. Which choices matches with my dumb summary? Well, how novel the challenge faced by women is? No, they don't talk about the challenge. They don't talk about it being new. That's what novel means. That's not my dumb summary. It doesn't match. How pervasive the need for critical reflection is. Critical reflection. What might be a better word for that? How about thinking? That's what critical reflection is. It's a dead-on synonym of thinking. So this seems really good. Now, maybe I don't know what pervasive means, but let's just keep going and we can deal with that problem if we need to. Choice C, how complex the political and social issues of the day are. Do they say anything is complex? No. Are they talking about the political and social issues of the day? Not really. Maybe the one about what women need to be doing, but the answer to that is that they need to be thinking. So, no, doesn't really match with what we read. How enjoyable the career possibilities for women are. Well, that may be true in real life, but did you really get a positive vibe coming off of these lines? Is it really about joy? No, it's about thinking. And so again, this one word is doing so much work for us in these answer choices. We also have words in the choices that we can then test back into the passage. And in each case, we found that they don't have that idea. The passage is not saying this. So there you go. And that leaves us with B, which is what we expected. And for those of you who are curious, the word pervasive means that something is kind of common or everywhere. So the need for critical reflection, the need for thinking, is pervasive, is everywhere. And, well, literally, look, we highlighted it 6 times in the lines, plus they're talking about all these places where you need to be thinking. So it does match perfectly. But that's why, don't let a weird vocab word scare you. It might not matter. In fact, it usually doesn't. So the words you do know, both in the choices and in the lines, in the passage itself, are going to be way more important than the words you don't. But you have maybe a bad habit of letting the words you don't kind of influence you. Just keep it simple, keep it dumb. I promise you, you understand way more than you give yourself credit for.